the program start. Yeah, obviously, I want to see what Saber and Emiya's kits do. I want to see what Finon's kit does. I want them to get me hyped about it and the story, you know? I think from the thumbnail of the 3.4 special program, it was very much looks like Fina and Naxa are going to be here for the thing. And the cool part about like this current story is apparently it's going to go the entirety of the patch of the 3.x patch cycle. So I guess we're going to have like story from, we obviously had 3.0 story all the way through I guess 3.7, 8. I don't remember how many cycles there are. Like we have 6 weeks, so it should be 8 cycles. 3.0 to 3.7. Yeah. Okay. Because it's 52 weeks. If each cycle's about 6-ish weeks, then yeah, the math checks out. Because then that'll be 54 times 9 and then so it's probably gonna be the one down, so it's 48 or 8 cycles, and starts at 3.0. So yeah. Oh, less than a minute. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. Let's see. Is everything in order? Yep. We got HD quality on my end, so it doesn't look like it. It's been a while since I reacted to one of these live like this, so hopefully it's a good one. Oh, also, I should get ready to write down codes. Oh, I usually write them in chat, so. I am ready. I am ready. Loading system. Ooh, interesting. That's why by Lady Glaya. Trailer. Interesting. Oh, I guess this makes sense. I guess it makes sense to be Japanese for the trailer.
まぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。最後の一人になったとしても再創生の偉業を成し遂げてください。新世界は必ず訪れる。黎明を灯す。
Oh man, Japanese finance sounds as good as English finance. Oh, what the hell? Yes! Dude, I love Archer's like fit. He looks so cool. Oh, is that his noble fantasy? I mean, his ultimate? Oh, are there other servants in the grill war? That would. Yeah, because it's gonna be like both of them, right? Where the sun is set to die. Damn, we're starting strong. All right, we got the first code. Let's pin it. Obviously, I'm also going to redeem it right now for my EU account. Dude, the fact that I can see comments is very funny because they're like, oh my god, Flame Reaver is fine on. It's like, yeah, no duh, guys. They're using the same sword. Now, I'm assuming that the actual thing is going to be... Yeah, welcome to the 3.4 special program. I'm assuming this is going to actually be in English, right?
Hey, Mr. Albert?
Hello!
Owlbert.
Them.
Woo! And whether or not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon.
Can you talk about
and
the
good
confused Dromas?
Welcome to the version
That's very
3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of you again. Did you miss me?
Well, of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else.
Same.
The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
Oh yeah, that's a freaking
The burning
cliffhanger
sky
ending.
and the fall of dawn. Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our Chrysosair companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and Finan, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
We
Yeah,
already
spoilers for
found out the
3.4
truth.
story.
So what do a few
3.3 story.
sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoris is about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphoris is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoris and lay out our suspicions and clues we have. First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious. He and Finan had a pretty significant conversation in the Vortex of Genesis.
Yeah, the guy is clearly
Actually, I
intelligent.
was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs.
It looks like Chimera.
Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphoreus is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Dun, dun,
You're
dun.
exactly right.
Chessboard.
If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphoris is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's era nova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers'
Or
choices
flip the chessboard.
may also
Umi
determine
Neko
the
reference.
future of the universe.
But before the Era Nova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphorius. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Era Nova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Era Nova...
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Finan and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers won't betray the sincerity you've shown them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphorius.
One of the chimeras.
They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan. That Finan we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Yeah, I was gonna say his name got hidden.
Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Oh?
But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4. I've actually got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Wait.
Following the story's
Not to find out we're
progress,
familiar
as
with.
I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept,
Oh, this is
you will be
the.
able to catch a glimpse of Amphorius' true nature.
Oh.
As I've written, was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends' stories. Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
Oh, that's so
You can
cool.
use this system
I would
to
like
unlock
to
even
reflect
more
the new
Amphorius' secrets.
Amphorius.
Indeed.
Or the
right.
truer Amphorius,
Aside
maybe.
from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way.
I like
You
they
can choose
blocked
the
out
pace of
something on purpose
storytelling
and not.
based on your own preferences.
That
In version
is
3.6,
nice.
There'll also be a story recap function. Stay tuned. But of course, as we move into version 3.4,
I heard the
we
story
shall take
recap
the
function is
final
going to
step
include like you
of
could
the prophecy
rewatch
together
like story
and
cinema and
witness
stuff,
the
and that is
truth and the
absolute cinema
fate of
that you
this
can go
world.
back and watch like
And the myriad
cutscenes.
Celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song.
That's cool.
Don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice!
Find that
Can't
animation.
wait to dive into the new story already.
Next,
We'll watch
why
this.
don't we turn our
Obviously.
attention to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
Oh, that's just his thing that he does. As Kefli, or as the new was Kefli's like World Titan? Dang. Sunday's like, I'm here.
What in the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know.
He's pretty sunny.
Now he seems strange and formidable.
Oh, could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finan was one of the first Chrysosaurs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Finan carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. Who was Finan like before?
Why is this
he
like
joined
very
the
like
Flame Chase
Sunday like?
Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a
Yeah, I noticed
small,
that we're going back to
remote
Ides
village.
Elysiae.
Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful place.
It was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our, swordsmanship. When we got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look
I
gorgeous
noticed that
too.
there's NPCs like
Lying there, surrounded by
in
golden
the
waves
thing,
of wheat, with the
in the
breeze
town.
carrying that sweet
So I'm
malted
assuming
scent.
that.
Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
So I
And guess what?
hmm.
You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore Ides Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he became a warrior, joined the Flame Chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Was 3.4 just Finan's like character story?
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes, you've really come a long way.
Was he was he an
Finan
actual
just gives
carefree little
off
kid?
this heaviness. Like he'd still press on, no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphorius needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the
Oh, yeah, also I
same,
think 3.4 we're
his
getting
whole
the
vibe has shifted. His
character
gaze
buffs, right?
is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphorius are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Finan performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets.
Yep,
The use of
destruction.
my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Like 12?
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Finan will deal even more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll
okay.
create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Finan powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action, while he faces the enemy head-on with newfound strength.
Alone?
Yo, single player mode.
Way too risky.
No worries. All the talents and buffs from Finan's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames
He has a
to
boss
transform,
HP bar.
I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads up.
Okay.
The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these two abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my third ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Finan will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Finan instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Acheron style.
All enemies? That's nuts!
Of course, power comes with a cost.
Wait,
This technique consumes 2 technique points.
I just
If the
noticed.
technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Finan's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he has
Technique
8
to enter
technique
combat,
points.
I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
All right. Now that we've wrapped up Finan's combat abilities, it's
8
time
technique
to bring
points,
you
why
some
not?
updates on a few
Use Sparkle
very
for
big-
7 skill
In
points.
version 3.4, Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jing Liu are all getting some
Hey,
serious
Stellar
enhancements.
Hunters was Jing Liu.
Let's go!
Ding!
Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with Silverwolf. After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
Oh, so it's
Oh,
AoE now,
it's a,
not single
she attacks
target.
all. Okay, that's really good.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, more consistent.
That makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Okay, that's really
Next
good.
up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And
Oh
using
my
her
God.
ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
And now
Let's go.
Blade. After the update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good
Oh,
observation.
that's nice.
A change will happen to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration
that's-
state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old
Oh,
friends
that-
sure are getting
Wait,
some
that
solid
means you could
upgrades.
permanently have her
With all
syzygy
these
up,
ability
in
reworks,
theory.
won't
I believe,
their
if you build her
eidolons be
correctly.
affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
Oh, that's so
But
cool
what
that
if
they're
someone
revamping
wants
even the
to stick
Eidolons
with their
too.
previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely. So
Oh,
choose
I
whichever
saw
version
this that you can
like
switch
best.
between their enhanced
For more
and non
details, be
enhanced.
sure to keep an eye
They're
out
buffed and
for
non-buffed.
official announcements.
That's actually pretty dang good.
Aside from the
Also, I
ability
happen to own
reworks,
all those characters on my
one
main
more
account,
friend
and
of ours is getting something new this time around.
for the Stellar Hunters at least, I have them all max
In
traces.
version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
Oh.
A new outfit.
Wait, Firefly's getting a new outfit?
Ooh, let's take a look at the video clip first.
So, like, we buffed all the Stellar Hunters, but for Firefly, we're just giving her a new outfit. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck you, game. Thanks. I'm gonna buy this 100%. Because, of course I am.
With her school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest, you can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Oh, I'm buying that.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an eye for style. They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
And with
Even
Uneric
her mech's
shards.
had a makeover. You think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements.
I just saw in the
Let's
my
take a
murderer
look at
can't be this
version's
cute.
banners. In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Find It, and the limited 5-star light cone, thus Burns the Dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance.
Siren,
The story's next page is being added to the first half banner.
Siren is
At the
featured
same
in that one.
time, we'll also kick off a special warp event. The limited 5-star characters, Treeby, Sunday, and Sparkle are coming back.
Woo! Let's
But
go. I have all of
5-star
them, so I don't have to
light
pull
cones,
them.
Time
Let's
Warp
go.
A grounded ascent and Earthly Escapade will return as well. In the second half of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones. Whereabouts your dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
Two of our newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version. What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Dude, do we
Here's a sneak
E6
peek.
Firefly
The 5-star
in
characters,
the
Kafka
second
and
half?
Silver Wolf will be back in version 3.5. And the limited
Oh,
5-star
cool.
light
Okay, so
cones,
we'll get
Patience
a-
is all you need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
Nice.
Also, 8 new 4-star light cones will be added to the Nameless Honor Rewards in version 3.4.
I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones.
Makes
There
sense.
are a few mini versions of Chrysos heirs.
Looks like Finon really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
Let me just make sure I spelled that correctly. Okay. You pin that instead, so that we have the full thing. Dude, I am loving the buffs to the older cast and the and Finon's kit. Looks like it's gonna be very fun. Dude, playing Finon as a one-person army is gonna be so
Welcome back.
funny.
Let's take a look at the events. in
Oh, we're
this
going
version.
Bird Clash!
A piece of good news comes from Penacony.
Yo.
The other end of the cosmos.
I love
Origami
this
Bird
mini
Clash
game.
is
It's
about
so
to
fun.
return in version 3.4.
Oh, is that the cute match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation.
Dude, I
has
destroyed
officially
people.
sponsored
I mean, I
Origami
and Steel
Bird Clash
Slimers too.
and hopes to promote
I
this
love
arcade
these kinds of games. They're
full of
fun.
Pentagonnian flavor throughout the whole cosmos.
Looking forward to this.
And the first step to starting that
Dude, they're
grand
not
venture
showing off
will be
Saber
to
and
open up
Archer.
the
What the hell?
original Shop
Come on.
Arcade on the Trailblazers.
Dude, there's so
Radiant
much you have to
Bell Swap.
announce in this
There
in
needs
this
to be
special
some
program.
new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra moves.
You can also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Class will replace the Steel Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
Let's go.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
All right, let us continue with more version content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns as usual in version 3.4.
Nice.
Of course.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return.
Yep,
Complete
normal
the
stuff.
challenges to get double rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for wind characters upon completing the challenge.
At the same time, the planar ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and Revelry by the Sea will also come online. Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
I mean,
Why did my seat collapse?
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
That's right. We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please
Southeast
follow
Asia
our
only.
official channels for
Fine.
details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
A special panel for Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime Expo.
dude, why does
Featuring
Joey from
several special
why does
guests.
Joey look like he wants to
Please
kill
keep an
somebody
eye
in
out
this
for more
picture?
info and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see. We're almost out of time. We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
You
Oh,
seem
okay. So
mighty
half of
busy,
this is gonna be the
Albert.
Honkai Star Rail
Well,
portion.
I am a professional super host.
What's going
no.
on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
no.
Hey, what's going on? It's not my time yet.
Is he being summoned to the other side? Yep.
Oh,
yep, this is Fate theme.
The concept of a holy grail. Welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Long time
Oh my
no
god,
see,
it's a dual special
I'm
program.
adventuring from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Okay, this is kind of cool.
Albert, Could
This
your
is kinda
class
cool.
be speaker?
Son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
You two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from Old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Wow. Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but I have no idea where old Odie got his Holy Grail from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a
After
wish
Fate Grand Order, Holy Grails can just appear
any miracle.
anywhere.
And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That dadgum Wubba Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort. How are they going to attract tourists if they don't have any events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely going to want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate.
Reference.
So, someone gets caught in the crossfire.
Rest assured, everyone, the
This is
Sweet
very
Dreams
fate-
and the Holy
fate
Grail War
coded.
production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Penacony Superstar, the Soul Glad
Kalis.
Ah, dear Trailblazer.
And still,
will
I mean
be
Trailblazer.
participating.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In
Kalis
addition,
and Stell mentioned.
Miss
Let's go.
Robin will also be a part of this war.
Ooh.
As another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boodle will also participate.
Boodle's
in
still here.
this Holy Grail War.
The Buddha
But
left.
actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Of course,
Looks like Mr.
Boodle.
Boodle really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy
But
Grail
these are
War.
servants, not
They are respectively Saber, Archer, and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about.
You don't even show Kukun.
Spirit will end up
That's
accepting
what
a
she
contract with the Trailblazer.
Now,
No.
see? This is how you
Slighted.
attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams, and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th.
So it's gonna happen in 3.4, but like after like a week after the patch goes live.
Are two heroic spirits from another world.
Oh, yes!
Saber's dress seems a little...
No English voice actor.
unusual
Play
now that she's
Japanese
alive.
only. Let's go, baby.
Well, this is the
Ayako
plan of
Kawasumi.
festivities after all. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
Exactly right. The King of Knights' new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains their iconic...
Yeah, people complaining, oh, it's
And her
not
iconic ahoge.
bait enough. It's like, yeah, it
That's
is.
right. It retains the nobility of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
Or Saber's eating. Nothing new.
いつでも出陣できます燃えかけ騎士の魂よ
Oh, using invisible air. Let's go. Of course. Dude, this looks so cool.
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Oh, talk about fancy visuals.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face? Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
That's right. You can't fight on
Saber
an
just
empty
loves
stomach.
eating, guys.
Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal
Visible
damage
air,
to a
yep.
single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Oh, okay.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and increases her own damage dealt.
Behold,
Okay.
the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword.
Yeah, so
releasing high-pressure
Strike Air
air
is,
to liquid
is like an
eyes to
attack
form
because,
Strike
but it's
Air,
actually meant
Banner
to
of the Wind King,
quote unquote
dealing
expel
a
the
devastating
invisible
blow
air
to
that
the
hides
enemy.
her weapon.
When using her ultimate,
Hence why you can
Saber
see
will deal
glimpses of
damage to
Excalibur when
all
she uses
enemies
it,
and
which
turn her
makes sense.
basic attack into enhanced basic attack. Her enhanced basic attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
Ah, so if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
Okay, so
That's right.
basically once she
Not
reveals
only does the
Excalibur, she
sword
stays
bear
in
the
that.
King of
Okay.
Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held
That's
in the
cool.
hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Oh, seems like Archer
Yeah,
cares about this
so much
Holy
energy.
Grail War very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest.
They pointed out.
Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent
Oh, he's
of
looking
a
sharp.
blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right. Director, show us the game footage already.
Of course, he could trace the baseball bat. Yeah, Constant of Yakuya. Yep, broken, fantastic hollow bug. Yeah. Oh, please tell me
So
that
that's
Emiya plays
Unlimited
when he
Blade
uses
Works?
Unlimited Blade Works.
Oh, quite impressive indeed.
Please
After
tell me
all,
they play
Archer is
Emiya.
a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
I agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
Boothill says
That's right.
as he uses a gun.
But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one designated enemy.
2 skill
While
points.
in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill.
Oh.
And he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
What?
The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer deals to enemies. After all, everyone knows that a dual
perfect sparkle bait.
The noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate Unlimited Blade Wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh my god, he recovers
There's no
skill
need to
points
worry
with his
about running out of
follow-up
skill
attack?
points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's
Okay.
introduction.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I have big news for everyone. From when the collab event starts on
Yes.
July 11th and until
Archer
the
is
end
free.
of version
We knew this
3.6,
for like 2
trailblazers
patches.
can log into the game to claim
It's
the
gonna be free
limited
for 2
5-star
patches.
collab character Archer for free.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome!
We hope that, under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos.
Oh wait, you could
We
get into
also
level
hope that
60
your
for
channel,
free.
or for some of you, a
That's
reunion
pretty good.
with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
Oh, yeah! How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
Wait, what?
Awesome!
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done
Wait,
yet.
we're gonna get another free limited
Besides
5-star
claiming
later this
Archer
year?
for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters to level up after all.
All right, now let's check out the banner details.
That makes
Once the
sense.
collab starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone Coronation from
that Light
Birth
Cone
of a
looks
King,
sick.
and the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn, from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
Yeah, so collaboration is
It's
gonna be
worth
its own
mentioning here
thing.
that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Does long-term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Lycones?
Exactly. These collab banners
Now
will run
that
across
is
multiple
nice.
versions with no fixed end date yet.
Oh, nice.
Without a
And
fixed end
here's
date?
one more piece of news for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers
Oh.
get a designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star light cone. The hell where I deal.
So if you do 200 pulls,
Throughout
like
all of version
post 3.4,
In
You
other
just
words,
get
after the
Archer's
3.4
Lycone for
update
free
and before
anyway?
the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
okay,
Yeah!
never mind.
Now,
We don't even have to
as
pull for the
collab
light
kicks
cone.
off, the voice
Fuck
actors
it.
for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear their special messages.
Okay, that
これから
is
マスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカスメヤコです。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つ
Oh,
の
the
作品に
subtitles are
は
here.
どこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は、厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。
Honestly,
星
Ayako,
々と
let's
聖杯が
go.
交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
It's
こ
so
れから
cool.
マスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。
Yeah,
崩
let's go,
壊スターレ
Junichi.
イルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、
Archer,
絶
man.
対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Yes. All the user
Alright.
signature lines.
Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Face Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Nazu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that
This
we
is
can bring you all the
so
ultimate joy!
This is
In
so
order to showcase
cool.
the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate's Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Oh, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it.
Not to be confused with the
After
actual
dreams in the
answer.
Holy Grail War tournament, The genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now, the Grail can load the simulated data of past striders through the user's memories. So in Fate Stay Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense what?
Dude, Kafka beating Castorus is wild. Going to be. And Shing beating Acheron, really?
Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Okay, that's
Is
cool.
there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs.
Oh, this is a
You
cool
can
little,
merge identical
little
pieces to
game
upgrade
mode.
them. The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough
Dude, we
pieces of the
dead.
same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail war, huh?
Absolutely.
Gotta get the
That's
bond
not
points
all.
up.
Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during
Oh
battle
my
for extra
god,
health.
that's so
Plus,
cool.
During combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get 3 command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
This Grail feels
Yeah, players are
kinda
masters.
off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics.
Oop, I'm gonna remind you it.
Level, the more points you earn when you win.
Let's go.
Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies.
It's calling me the Einsburn.
So
We're going to
watch
corrupt that
Trailblazers.
grail.
Oh,
For
but don't worry
funsies.
too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Ah,
Disgusting.
this way.
We're not
the
doing
new
that in my
Trailblazers
main
can jump
account.
in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail war experience.
Dude, man, day one find on pulls are gonna go wild. But if they don't,
Experience some epic battle action.
So-
And score yourself some stellar jades.
Here's the
and
thing, though.
other
With that
awesome
said,
rewards.
if the pity count for Archer's Lycon doesn't start day one and starts when the collab goes event, collab event goes live, we're gonna wait on polls for
event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome!
Oh,
So much
yes.
content.
All right. Big thanks again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
oh, they have a
See you
catchphrase
next
too. We hope you stay the
time.
night. Yes, Albert. That Albert screen at the end, very funny, very good. Okay, yeah, it's done. All right, that shit was cool AF, is what I'm gonna say. I'm looking forward to it very much so. Dude, it's gonna be, 3.4 is gonna be crazy. We got so much to do. I got a lot of grinding I need to finish in Zenless Zone Zero because I want to catch up on the story to get the limited outfits for Weizenbell in ZZZ. So, like, I wasn't planning on streaming later tonight because I have an infusion, but maybe I'll do a late night stream just to catch up on story for it. But yeah, we're gonna call it here for now. I'm super excited. And yeah, depending on if we will log in the night of, if our pulls don't count towards the Lycon for Archer, we will wait until July 11th to do Finon pulls because I want to get, my goal is to pull Finon and Saber and their Lycons, and if I don't have to pull Archer's Lycon in the process, because if I lose a bunch of 50-50s, that could be 200 pulls that night right there for just Finon and Saber and their light cones. And if I win, you know, we'll probably hit it when Firefly, you know, we'll probably get Firefly's outfit day one is what I'll say then at the very least, because dang, and getting to see the enhanced versions of Stellar Hunters, just to what do I have to do left for today? Okay. You know what? I can probably just level up a relic or something. Like, why is this not leveled? Because it sucks? Here. This raises her attack, so I'm just going to level this level 15 real quick. Just get credit to finish our thing for today. Vectorez is okay. Vectorez is okay. Almost at 4,000 attack. Anyway. Here you go. Finish our dailies. Cool. Just to go into my main, and this is the reason why I'm super excited for the buffs. Obviously, like, there's gonna be people like Braxton who's super excited because he has a E6 Jingliu. But, like, you know, for a slightly more casual whale experience on my end, you know, I'm excited for the buffs for this reason. As you can see, my character list here. Kafka, maxed out. Blade, maxed out. Silverwolf, maxed out. Firefly, even though she's not getting buffed, maxed out. Remembrance MC, also maxed out. I maxed out my Stellar Hunters. Actually, I have also been maxing out my... Oh, look! There they are! There they are! They're now in. They're implemented. You can now see what level of materials they need. Nice. Also, like, you can see, like, what their recommend is. As you can see, I need level of materials. Okay, that's not true. I also need, because I want to max out Finon as well. I'm probably going to also need the I need more of it, the trace materials, because they're both destruction. And if they both use basic, skill, and ultimate, they're gonna probably need to max out all of that. So I'm sorry to Archer. The fact that they're already in the game though makes me very happy. But yeah, and then the buffs are gonna be really crazy. As you can see, like, yeah, I didn't start Trace and Drift, so because yeah, things are looking really good. I'm looking very much forward to it. Yay! Actually, I should redeem the codes right now, so don't forget for later. FTJ 6 CBTL P. ZS36 DVBU MTZE Last but not least, DTJ 7CVA CLBGF. There you go. Now, unlike my secondary account, my main, we have a lot of resources saved up. So we have 11,000 here. We did a single 10 pull and lost a 50-50 here, so we have it guaranteed on the light cone for Finon as well. Because as if you see right here, moment of victory. We did a single 10 pull. Get that, I believe. Was it 2? 1. Oh, it might have been 2. Okay, it was 2. It was 2 10 pulls. Either way, yeah. We did 20 pulls on this banner to try to get the light cone. Failed. We have a guaranteed on light cone for Finon. That's guaranteed. And we just have a bunch of resources. I have 33 standard pulls because like there's no point in doing standard pulls right now until like we add more stuff to it. Also for the exchange, I could exchange for another 42 tickets, so I am fine. And also, yeah, I don't need these because I have like over 100. Also for the stellar conversions, because we buy into the thing, like I can like get like other things that, like so like I don't have to pull for light cones or anything. I have a guarantee on Finon's light cone. So essentially it comes down to how good our luck is. And also since Firefly is one of my favorite characters, I do already have her E3. Getting 3 more is not impossible if we get lucky. Also, I'm pretty sure I also have Oneric shards too. I have 1,000 Oneric shards. I mean, I don't know how much outfits cost in this game because have we gotten outfit? Oh yeah. Assuming that's gonna be about the same price, I'll probably need to buy some Oneric shards, which I guess I have the bonus here. Oh, that's cool. They tell you like what the price is like per ticket if you purchase it. So obviously with the double, these are still a better deal than like, but like if this doesn't have the double, like these would obviously all be better. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. Also, apparently, like by the way, we just did the thing. Yes, I literally just reacted to the 3.4 special program game. You don't have to tell me that. I just did. You don't have to tell me. Yes. Okay. Oh no, they're saying the page is live. Okay. And this is Nova Flare. Actually, a Spring Rips outfit. I don't care about these gift box things. Let me see if it actually tells you how the thing works. It's gonna be probably really loud, right?
とう、あなたが私のマスターか。
Do they have it up yet? I don't think they have it up yet. Other. This is gonna be for wind type characters. This is probably the 3.5 character. Because there's a wind type character that looks like Folklores Arena. If you for Genshin fans, you know. Okay, so this is about the enhancements. This is the new light cones. To tell us what it does? No, not yet.
I'm Finan, of Ides Elysiae. Greetings.
Maybe it's under collaboration. Collaboration will be available for long hours launch. Collaboration special fate gift after version 3.4 update. Or wait, no. Collaboration special fate gift. During version 3.1, Trailblazers to spend 3.4 star real special pass in any version 3.4 warp event and claim the limited 5-star Lyco in the Hell Where It Burn after the collaboration begins on 7-11. Okay. So I'm not sure if this means that it'll start counting when it goes live, but it sounds like it does. But you'll like, let's say you did the 200 pulls before it releases, you can't get the Lyco early. Is what it's saying. But hopefully that's what it means. But like I said, we'll get details of that when 3.4 goes live, probably. Or someone will be like, hey, no, this is the actual details. Overall, very cool. Looking forward to it. I'm a big Type Moon fan, so like having more Nasuverse stuff in like collabs like this one makes me very happy. And this one's a lot more in depth than like the Mahjong Soul one, which was very much you get the characters and you just play as them at the Mahjong table essentially. And there's a little bit of story. Like, this is obviously a much more involved event, so looking forward to it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun times for me. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it. But we're gonna call it there. It's been KRanime. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one and peace out.